This short video is to give you an overview of what the personal statement is, how it is used as part of the Oxford application process, and what kinds of things you might want to include in your own personal statement. Do also look out for our other videos, which include top tips and examples of what make a good personal statement. If you'd like to get in contact with us, the details can be found at the end of the presentation. This shows a summary of the university application process, with Oxford's specific details in the blue boxes. You can pause this video at any time. The personal statement forms part of your overall application, which must be submitted by the 15th of October through UCAS. It is submitted alongside the rest of your application, which includes your past grades, your predicted grades or current grades if you've already sat your exams, personal details, and a teacher reference. The same information is sent to each of the universities that you apply for through UCAS, and that includes the same personal statement. This means that your personal statement should be applicable to each course you want to study. It's therefore recommended that those courses should be similar enough for you to write a good personal statement that applies to all of them. Remember, when making your UCAS application, you can also apply to up to 5 universities but only one of Oxford or Cambridge. The personal statement is up to 4,000 characters in length, including spaces, or about 47 lines. That's about one side of A4 typed up. UCAS also has a length checker, which means that you can't accidentally write too much and risk having it cut off when you submit, as it won't allow you to do this anyway. Writing the personal statement is a really good opportunity to show your evidence of how interested you are in your course, as well as showing how you've prepared for university study. Showing that preparedness can take a whole range of different forms, which we'll run through in a moment. But the most important thing for competitive universities like Oxford or Cambridge is that 80% of your personal statement should be academic focused, that is, directly relating to the subject that you want to study, whereas only 20% of it should deal with non-academic things, or academic things that don't directly relate to your course. We do know that the personal statement and having to write one can often be seen as the most daunting part of an application, as it can be difficult to sell yourself on paper whilst keeping it personal. However, there are a few things to bear in mind that will really help you whilst writing it. Everyone has their own way of writing or structuring their personal statement, but there are 3 main things that we would really encourage you to bear in mind when writing yours. The first 2 are things that competitive universities are most interested in. So these are why this subject and what your evidence is for it. When it comes to why you want to study a subject, you might think about when you first started considering it at a higher level or were considering it for university. There might be questions that you've always wanted to know the answer to, but you've never had the opportunity to find out in class. In looking at the course description, there might be units or modules that you're really keen to know more about. And you can also relate the skills or knowledge that you've gained from your current studies to what you'd like to study in the future, even if it's a completely new subject. So try and draw links between these where possible. When it comes to the evidence that you have, this can take a wide range of forms. You might have read a book or articles that have sparked your interest. You might have completed work experience that directly relates to your subject or can be seen as particularly relevant. Perhaps you've watched a documentary, listened to a podcast or a radio show. You might have attended lectures or a summer school or a subject taster day, or even taken part in a subject-specific essay competition. But when it comes to the evidence that you have, it's not about the quantity and it's not a checklist of as many things as you can fit in, but it's the quality of those interactions with your subject. What did you learn from them? What did you take away from them, and how has doing this made you more suitable for studying your course at a higher level? Finally, you might have other achievements that you want to include. Oxford and Cambridge may be less interested in these if they're not directly related to your academic subject, but you can still demonstrate that you've gained transferable skills, such as communication, teamwork, or working under pressure that could be relevant to your course. We hope this video has been useful to you. If you have any other questions, you can watch our other videos or contact us on the details here.